How's it going, everyone? Foxy Carnage here. Oh, wait. There we go. Much better. And as I was going to say, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Valor. So, we went through the entirety that was the prologue that introduced us to the character Clovis, who we are going to stick with through the rest of the actual first chapter. So, without further ado, let's get started. Chapter 1, Avenger. Gotta do that every time. 5 years passed since Clovis swore to avenge his sister Elena. He pursued the dragon through many lands. In the kingdom of Raxis, a rebellion was occurring. The Azale Knights, led by the Black Knight Volif, were responsible. Hearing that the Azale Knights were backed by a dragon's magic, Clovis headed for Raxis. So apparently, Clovis has been chasing that dragon for 5 years? Since the prologue? He must be dead set on avenging his sister. Well, then again, Elena did get burned to a crisp right in his arms, so I can kind of see that mentality. Anyway, here's a more battle-hardened Clovis with some football shoulder pads, ditching the brown jacket, which actually looked kind of cool if I'm being honest. And he also has a bulky, square-shaped, or I guess rectangle-shaped shield now. More likely to avoid getting hurt with that shield, which is fine. And first enemy of the chapter, the Cerberus dogs. Well, we're going to be seeing a bit more of them through this first part of this area. And wooden barriers. Just hit them a couple times to destroy them. Sometimes they have Val placed behind them. And, oh. Well, okay, at least I got to show off another move that the Cerberus dogs can apparently do, which I never did know because I didn't leave them long enough. I didn't leave them alive long enough to know that they could do that. Okay, please stop doing that, man. Thank you. That's a good doggy. Good bad dog. I've also been rewatching episodes of Batman Beyond lately, so that's where that is from. And our first human enemy of the game, the Archer. They go down in a couple of hits. Nothing too threatening. Although they can get a little annoying because they use ranged weapons. But of course, as long as Clovis is facing them, he will be able to deflect them like they're nothing. And it also helps that he has a giant shield. Picked up some perfume, which we can sell at the shop. Oh, wait. Well, you'll see what I mean when we get to that. Which will be very shortly, actually. Because I do believe you get to access the shop after this level's done. Well, I say level, but yeah, it technically is a level. And I got the first gold Val, which is the equivalent of 10, or it's worth 10 anyway. And these are some pretty strong mooks, so just use the sword tactics to get rid of them. But before I do, I want to collect that one Val. And I actually do like, by the way, that just like in the prologue, there is a counter showing how many enemies left you have to defeat before this area is clear of them. I don't know, I just like that attention to detail because not many games, even at this time, like this did that, as far as I know. Oh, hello, who's this? Thanks, you saved me. Jeez, all I was doing was some shopping when they attacked me. Oops, excuse me. I'm Carolina, and I'm a fledgling inventor. Boy, you sure are strong. Oh, she fancies Clovis. Interesting. Hey, while you're here, would you rid the castle of those monsters? Is there a dragon there? A dragon? Let me think. The Black Knight Volov kidnapped the princess and took over about 6 months ago. Then Raimun's monsters and the Azale Knights killed the remaining knights. Oh! It's rumored there's a dragon hoarding wisdom stones, too. You wouldn't happen to know what wisdom stones are, would you? No, but you did mention a dragon. So, it's been hiding here. Raxis Castle it is, then. Also, Clovis, your sword is kind of poking through your shield there, bud. Why is he so happy to hear about the dragon? Maybe he has a few loose screws. Or maybe it's the fact that his sister kind of died because of that dragon, even though it wasn't really the same dragon. It was a dragon, that's all that matters. Raimund, I sense a magic sword nearby. So, he has found us. Yes. However, I have yet to recover my strength. Eliminate him, for if I die, you shall also join me. As you wish. I swear upon the wisdom stones that his life is forfeit. And so here is the overworld map that we're going to be seeing throughout the rest of the chapter, and by extension, the rest of the game, because the only time we don't see this is in the prologue. This is kind of a reference to the first Dragon Buster, since it was kind of like this as well, as far as the overworld map goes. But let's go ahead and go to the shop. So we can do business with the shopkeeper. Come on in. I'm buying wine, tiaras, and perfume today. You got any items to sell? Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. I'll buy wine for 30 val. How about it? Is it a sale? Sure, it's not like I need it. Are you selling anything else? I believe he also wants some perfume, and I happen to have some. I'll buy perfume for 100 val. How about it? Is it a sale? It is indeed a sale because I do think I need the val. Thanks. Looks like you ran out of items to sell. Be careful now. The Azale brigands were harassing some girl that came to shop here earlier. Oh, so Carolina came here to shop. I wonder if he's talking about that girl, Carolina. No need to worry about them anymore. I've taken care of them. What do you mean? Who are you? I'll be seeing you. Alright, so at this point, I would stop the video here, because there are 2 different places we could go to, and sadly we're not going to be able to go to one after we complete the other. We can only pick one and stick to a path for the most part, and go to the next general area afterwards. But I'm not going to end the video, because even though it's almost 10 minutes, I kind of want to go a little bit longer. Now, depending on which area I choose to go to next, whether it be the prison ruins in this case, or the border fortress, you get a different spell near the end of that area, depending on which one you go to. Even though I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to get if I go to Border Fortress, I'm going to go to that place now. instead of the prison ruins, because even though I don't really like the spell that I'm going to get at the end of this, I'm going to get pretty much every spell in the game as the story progresses anyway, so it doesn't really matter what order or what areas I do and don't go to. And we're facing knights. We're going to be seeing these character types, or these enemy types, quite a bit, as well as the archers. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, something about the Dragon Valor from the prologue, the one that was killed by the dragon. Oh, wait, whoa. Before I go inside, I wanted to pick up that one Val. The Dragon Valor that was killed in... he is basically a reference to the original Dragon Buster, because he basically wears the same kind of outfit that Clovis wore in that game, with the green sleeveless top, the red scarf or neckwear. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting nod to Dragon Buster, which is interesting. And while that guy's hair wasn't brown like Clovis's was in that game, whereas in this game Clovis has white hair for some reason. Maybe it's supposed to be gray, like... Maybe it's supposed to be like the same color as Alucard's hair. You know, Alucard from Symphony of the Night, but I don't know. It looks white to me, so I'm going to say it's white hair. Which is very strange. But I guess it's a remake, so they could do whatever they want with the character designs, which are pretty good for the most part. I also picked up a lithograph, which increases my magic gauge by a little bit. And if we go into this room, we get an item that will increase our health by a little bit. There we go. Yeah, and you may notice if you go back and read what Carolina said when she first met Clovis in the Raxis border, which is where the chapter starts. She made mention of a princess. She is talking about a character that we may or may not meet, depending on what you guys choose, because I want you guys watching this to be able to choose as I progress through the game, because, you know, I think of it as a good excuse to have everybody come together. Have it be kind of an inadvertent collaboration without being a direct collaboration, if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't. Makes more sense in my head, but yeah. But the time will come when you guys need to pick. And with those two rhinoids, which is what they're called, defeated, I get the Black Tome, which gives me the first level of Mine Magic. Places a mine which detonates on contact or after time limit passes. Hold down circle and reposition with the D-pad, or the left analog stick, then release. And with that, the border fortress is done. And we can move on to the next area of the game, which I will do. And that is Raxis City. It's kind of like how in Ocarina of Time there was like a big market before you actually go to Hyrule Castle. And the game looked like it flickered for a second there. But then again, it could be the emulator. But who cares? I got a bit of health in that little tight squeeze of an alleyway because I desperately needed it. And there are a lot of Will-o'-the-Wisps. Why can't they just be called Will-o'-wisps, not Will-o'-the-wisps? I don't know, whatever. If they piled up on me enough, then I would die, and I would need to do this stage over again, or this area over again, and oh my god, these guys are unbelievable. And my strength is increased by 1, thanks to that jewel I just picked up. And 10 more Val, because we got another gold Val. Yeah. Sadly, unlike Zelda, even though there are going to be times where I do need to go to shops for one reason or another, not going to be going into them nearly as often as you would in a Zelda game. Yeah. That's kind of strange even for a hack-and-slash RPG style game, especially like this. Actually, speaking of Zelda, what's interesting about this game, and I guess the original Dragon Buster, I don't know about Dragon Buster 2, as I've never played that one. Also, it never got released outside of Japan, to my knowledge, so I don't know if it plays the same way or not. But in many ways, you could easily compare Dragon Buster, whether it be the Famicom or arcade version, to Zelda 2 on the NES. In gameplay, it is very similar to that game, going through dungeons, being a side-scrolling hack-and-slash style game. You go left and right, and you beat monsters by swinging your sword around, and the overworld map is kind of like the one in Zelda 2, only a lot more streamlined. And also be careful with those mines, because you go near them, they are basically proximity based. However, the best exploit that I can give to get over them and activate them without being near them is just jump over them, because apparently your shadow will go over them, and apparently it'll be exactly like stepping on them. So yeah, only difference there is that you won't get hurt, which is always good. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could also use any of your projectile spells to get rid of him that way. Doesn't make much difference to me which way you would go about it, and I have a whole bunch of will-o'-the-wisps coming at me, and they're attacking very viciously, which I don't know if I like or not. I want to get rid of the lizard man, and yes, I'm very... Okay, never mind, I guess I'll be facing him last. And I know what most of you are probably going to say, yeah, he kind of looks like a Lizalfos from Ocarina of Time. Although he doesn't sound nearly as annoying because he doesn't make those really ear-grating screeches that the Lizalfoses do. If you played Ocarina of Time, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, and there's Carolina again. Aha, I thought it might be you. You're so strong. I knew you'd make it. Thanks for saving me again. You weren't in trouble this time, though. The place is in shambles. What happened here? The Azale Knights roughed things up a bit when they came searching for you. Uh-oh. That's not good. But don't worry, no one's blaming you or anything. Yeah, thank God. As long as I get the dragon, I don't care who gets inconvenienced. Ooh, somebody's an edgelord. Although, it is kind of justified why he is that way. But you did rescue me. That was only a coincidence. Exactly, purely coincidental. You just happened to be there at the right, or I guess wrong time, depending on how you look at it. Well, whatever. How about some refreshments? I owe you that at the least. Well, You're in a hurry to get to the castle, right? If you come with me, I'll show you a shortcut. Alright, but I can't stay for long. Sure, that's fine with me. As she goes to walk into the door, meaning it probably takes until nighttime for her to actually get into her house. Sorry about the mess. It's all my work stuff. You're an inventor, right? Wow, you remembered! Yes, my father and I invented many things together here, but now there's only me. What happened to him? He refused to make a new weapon they wanted, so he was executed. I assume by they she means the Azale Knights. I'm sorry. Oh no, it's okay. His credo was to only make things that brought happiness to people. So I'm proud of him for sticking to his principles. But sometimes I do get a bit lonely. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sadden you with my story. I'll go make some tea. Now, where did I put that tea I just bought? Might want to try looking somewhere other than on that chair. So, where is the shortcut to the castle? Huh? But what about the tea? Where is it? Well, there's an underground passage that runs near the plaza. It'll be safer. I see. Hey, what about the tea? I'll take a rain check. But refreshments always taste better after a good day's work is done. Yeah, I can believe that. Oh, of course. Then I'll prepare a little something for when you return. You know, assuming he does return. And Carolina, I'll be sure to avenge your father, along with my sister. Okay. Clovis is pretty sympathetic because, you know, he lost his only living family member, which was his sister. I don't know if he ever had parents or not. I would like to think he does. But I think we can only go to the shop for now. And I don't think there's going to be anything useful we can get, just MP. Come on in, I've got lots to sell today. You want to buy something? Sure. How about an MP plus 10? It'll regenerate some MP for 40 Val. So, you want it or not? You know what, fine, I'll take it. Thanks. I've got other items too. I'm not interested. Oh, that's too bad. It's pretty slow around here, so stop by whenever you're around. Alright. Okay, so either way, you don't really get anything interesting from him. Now, this is where I'm going to cut off the video, only because there's a choice that I want anybody who watches this to make. Everybody who watches this needs to make a choice. Either we take Carolina's advice and go through the underground passage to get to Raxis Castle, or we decide to be bold about everything and just straight up go to the road to Raxis Castle and take on whatever comes our way. So again, either underground passage or road to Raxis Castle. Those are your choices. Leave a comment down below to tell me which path you think I should take. In the meantime, I'm going to cut the video here, so I'm going to go ahead and save my game. And with that said, whatever choice you guys pick, whichever choice gets the gets chosen the most, I guess, I'll go on that path. So in the meantime, I'm Foxy Carnage, and I need to go ahead and get this episode rendered and put on my channel, and then I'll let you guys decide when the time. When the video is up. So yeah. In the meantime, I'll see you guys next week for the next episode of Let's Play Dragon Valor. See you guys then.